Alright, everybody. This is Austin of the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Hopefully you're not sick of Japanese stuff, because I got some more of it. I'm opening a box right now. I've got a Satsuma ginger jar sitting there in front of you. I'm going to take a gander at that for a second, because I think one of the things that I got today matches that. Now, I'm not a reseller on Japanese stuff. I buy this stuff for me. Me and my wife enjoy it. That's why it's here. And I'm not running a Japanese reselling business. So take some of my advice with a tiny grain of salt here. Cause yeah, like I said, I don't really sell it. Like, I've sold a couple of Japanese things because I've got too many of them, or they came in a lot with something that I wanted. But I'm going to show you some pretty fantastic stuff today. All right. I'm going to set this ginger jar right here. And you can look at this gentleman. Now, I'm aware that that's not quite big enough for you to get an eyeful of. And what that is a samurai standing there with a dog. Now, you might wonder why he looks like a cartoon. Why does he look like Samurai Jack's grandfather, right? I mean, we're gonna look at him a little more closely, but he's actually a character from Japanese history. He's a non-fictional character. He actually existed. All right. So these are our two items. Let's see. We paid about $15 and about $23, so almost $40 for these two items. And you can see that actually I was pretty close. This does actually look like it kind of matches our ginger jar here, doesn't it? So let's look at some of the flowers next to each other. You can see they're enameled. Now this is a Meiji Era signed by Kinkazan, I do believe. I think I've looked this up before, and I'm sure that's Kinkazan. But this ginger jar. And then we've got now this little matching pitcher. I'm going to say that's also a Kinkazan mark. Let's look at them next to each other and see if we're about right on that. Oof. Yeah, I believe so. Obviously different artists, different signatures. You can see a little bit of the Zan mark has worn off of that. But otherwise, I'm pretty content that these are from the same studio. And they match each other pretty well. I like that quite a bit. Alright, this little fella though. Meiji Era Satsuma. Also marked here. Also marked on the bottom. Let's see, is that correct? It's not this way, is it? I don't think it's that way. I think it's this way. I obviously don't read Japanese, but I'm getting more familiar with the characters, the kanji. I don't read kanji. That's what I mean to say. So as you can see, this is a samurai standing here. You see his sword and his kimono, and got a little dog friend with him. So my friend Ryan told me that this is likely a depiction of the last samurai, who is often depicted with his dog. And I'm going to give you more information about that when we make another video about these things, but just for now, I just wanted to show you a 100-year-old depiction of Samurai Jack's grandfather, and tell you what he really was. And isn't that just about awesome? So this is Austin, the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. And once you get more familiar with these things, you can start spending a little bit of money on them without even worrying, whether or not you're doing something foolish. I know for a fact that these are both worth more than I paid, I mean, with shipping and everything, and will only increase in value in the future. I mean, tell me somebody who isn't interested in the last samurai and his dog. Just pick a person in your life. You tell me that person isn't interested in, like, the last guy with a sword walking around with his dog. I mean, if you're not into that, that's fine. You're just not a person I could understand ever in my life. This is Austin, Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Hopefully I was showing you something neat, telling you a cool story. You know, who knows what's going to happen next time.